Hello everyone, and welcome back to my channel where we shout over some racing every week and then I upload like extremely budget highlights. I'm just waiting for it to pop up on my homepage. I'll do the thumbnail and I'm going to send a link out to people. I don't know, just people in it, you know. People are people at the end of the day. But yeah, today's America. Not one of my favourite tracks. I mean, I can drive it easily, but I just don't like the track. So, yeah. Where is it? RGB, USGP. But yeah, the thumbnail's quite similar to what I used to have on the F2 calendar. So if it looks familiar, it's not. It's just this is F1, and honestly, there isn't really anywhere around the track I can get a really sick shot like that. So it just sort of happened. That's my phone, by the way. I'm sending links out because smelly. That's all I gotta say. Let's just do the ping in here. Everyone, shove it in there. John's gonna want a message. Or he's doing something we do not speak of on this channel. So it's something not very family friendly. Oh, that's real F1. So, yeah. Commentary, hey. Right, that's all sent out. I can now pay attention to the humans in here. In fact, I may go on mute for a few minutes so I can just listen to Ben's voice messages. Hello. Right, I've listened to them now. And welcome along then to qualifying for the 2021 United States Grand Prix. I am your commentator, as always, Ajax Reloaded, here to talk you along the action of today's hotly anticipated race in the IFR League. As we see one of the Mercedes, I do believe that's Nazareth, yep, that's Becco actually, or Becco and Nazareth I believe, coming out onto the track to start their flying lap. And before we get on to anything, I'd like to apologise for the quality or sheer lack thereof of the highlights I uploaded earlier. I've had no time to do them all week because the school's starting back up and I've had so much stuff going on, I just haven't had time to even start them. I was meant to do them yesterday but I couldn't, but I had to get them up today, so I rushed them in about 20 minutes because I've had no free time today. So, but they should be back to normal next week, but I apologise if it was very disappointing. I had to get them out really quickly, so. And Ben's still sending me voice messages. So Smell, are you here? John, you better still be here. If you're not still here, then you smell. It is just as simple as that, you know. I couldn't really say it any clearer. I even picked up the controller. In qualifying, just one of those things you don't really need to pick up the controller. So, but yeah. Let's turn that off. It is what it is. It is what it is. Yes, it is. So he is still here. It's good to see. It's good to see you back. That's not what I wanted to do. Haven't been here in a while, and quite frankly, how dare you? You've missed some pretty decent races the past few weeks, actually. You missed some solid races. Yellow flag in sector 3. Looks to be, yeah, it's just a rebel going slowly through the Turkey Turn 8 clone, or rip-off, or the worst version. It goes the wrong way and it hasn't got any camber, so in my opinion it's shit, just like this whole track. In my opinion, this track's just, the whole idea of this track was to take the best bits from other circuits and make it, and put them together. Yeah, it's taken the best bits from other circuits and absolutely fucking ruined them. So, we move, you see? It's good to see 5 of you here. You could all leave a like on the stream, and the normal stuff helps out a lot, as Nazareth lets past his Mercedes Conrad. In terms of time today, I don't honestly know. I haven't watched any of the practices that the guys have been running all week, so I have no idea who seems to be quickest round the track, but I can tell you from last week's performance that Corey is looking incredibly fast recently. I don't think he'll be able to win the championship. There's just simply not enough races to do so as Luis Fuentes locks up. So, yeah, I mean, locks up again. I don't know, I'm just going to get the track map up. I'm not really sure what the corner names are. As Becco sets the fastest lap of a 1:30.1. Tigerval breaks that. Oh no, Becco was a 1:31.5. Tigerval breaks that with a 1:31. Putting him on provisional pole as an AlphaTauri. Going slow there, just letting Luis Fuentes through. It's funny, there'll be another, I mean, there'll be 2 US GPs next year. They announced Miami today. So, looks solid. I think it'll be better than Kota. I think anything this year. Turn 11 and turn 12. Okay. Fair enough. Right, okay. Now let the track layout. We should be good to go. We should be good to go. Oh no, not the US. I know. I mean, to be fair, having 2 races in the US is more of a luxury. But I remember back in the 80s or 70s, they had 5 races in the USA at one point. Its Atmos has been disqualified for parking in a dangerous location. As you can see on the minimap, there's a red dot just past turn 1. I believe that was him. But that's an unfortunate way to end his qualifying session here today, as Nazareth is the first driver to break into the 129s with a 129.922. Last time we all saw this track was back in F2, which provided a solid race actually. It was alright. The last race we had on the F2 calendar, or mini calendar we did. Got some team moves, I believe. We have the Alfa Romeo Bro Louis Gaming, who's moved to Alfa from AlphaTauri. Alfa Romeo. From AlphaTauri to Alfa Romeo. So good for him. Then we have a newcomer of infamous SMG, who's filling in for Briggsy this week. Briggsy unfortunately can't make the race this week, but he will be back next week for the Mexican GP. Unfortunately he can't make it, but always good to see some new drivers in the league. As we see Stay Juventino coming down the hill to turn 12. There's another yellow flag in sector 2. Looks to just be some cars going slowly, nothing too mental. But the top 4 seems to be pretty standard from what we've seen. But interestingly is Corey here down in 9th place. But mind you, he's on the medium tyre, so he will be just a bit slower than other people on the grid. Carl Steele's gone slowest of all. As we see Slayer going not just slow but snail's pace down the straight. I'm not sure what's happened to him. I mean, he's definitely moving. I'm not sure why he's going that slow, because going that slow is going to make it almost impossible to warm your tyres up in time by the end of the lap. Maybe he just went idle, but he seems to kind of come back to reality. As here's the newcomer, infamous SMG, filling in Briggsy's car in the number 88 Racing Point. He's in Kubica's old number he used in the 2019 season. Just down to turn 13 we go. He's only on his outlap, but let's see what Becco can do. He's just come out of turn 1 through turn 2 into the S's, which I admit the S's are actually pretty alright. Nothing will beat Magus and Becca's in my opinion, but the S's here are still, they are mighty. They are very hard to get right. Let's put the lap data on for you all to see what sort of laps they're setting. It is qualifying, so it's pretty important to see what laps they actually are setting. I'm not sure if Briggs is going quicker yet. He's just hasn't long gone into sector 2. He's got until the end of the straight. Turn 3, just and at the exit of turn 13 is when sector 2 ends, and we'll see if he is going quicker. Tiger Val, Kramer, Nixan and Infamous are all on a lap as well. He's gone a 10th quicker, so he's currently a little bit quicker. Let's see what Tiger Val's doing, also a 10th quicker. Let's have a look at Kramer, who's just gone purple in sector 1. Nixan, who's only about 60 milliseconds quicker, so not too much, but still a bit quicker. Don't think it'll be enough. No, it would be if Becco doesn't improve. It'll be enough, but she just has. He's moved up into 5th position. All hell, my guy Justin. I mean, that's some last thing I heard. Justin is pretty cracked at Fortnite, my guy. As Tiger Val goes on to provisional pole with the fastest lap of the day with a 1:29.9. 1.86. As that's Cold Steel, Miles enjoying the runoff and the Pirelli sponsoring over there. So that is yellow flag absolutely fucking everywhere, but there wasn't if you looked at the track map. Sector 1, 2, 3, blimey. Just looked at it on the replay as well, the computer. See what Corey can do. He's currently gone half a second quicker. He's on the soft tyres, but that probably won't be enough to get pole. Okay, now he's gone 1.3 seconds quicker. So, yeah, it could be enough. It'll be enough to get close, that's for sure. Well, he's gonna have to break into the 129s to get that all-important pole position. As he comes on, as he validates his lap just before the last corner, that's going to be gutting for him. As he goes 1.9 seconds quicker for 131, that would have just put him in. That would have put him in third on the grid with that lap. Anyway, John, did you enjoy your alone time earlier? Did you get what you needed to do done? Because I know you said you had to do some stuff. So, I didn't know you'd be here. So, did you get what you wanted to do done? Ben's will probably pop up later. Yes, good man, good man. As into turn 12 we go. Of course it was, John. Now we move on. So Sarge has just come out on track. Corey here is going for another fastest lap. And before you say, John, this isn't the Corey from school, this is just another Corey. Mind you, he's over a second, he's just under a second slower in the middle sector there. So I'm not sure if he'll be setting a lap record, as Becco has retired from the session. Hasn't been a crash, he's just a general retirement. But let's have a look at Nazareth here, the championship contender and the current record holder for the amount of back-to-back wins. His record was 5, nearly made it 6, I believe. So I think he did make it 6 due to a penalty he had, which got later removed. They screamed. What? Oh, wait. Do I know what you're on about? I think I might know what you're on about. I don't think I know what you're on about. DM me it or something. DM me it. I don't know. DM. I'll see it then. I don't know. You fondled my brain at the moment. Oh, Nazareth is pitted, so he won't be setting a lap today. He still manages to go quicker. He still manages to go quicker than his last lap. So that's, I mean, it's an improvement. I'm not sure why he decided to pit if he was going quicker, but that's an odd one. Right, let's have a look and see what. And the infamous in the pits. Let's Dave Ventino. Yeah, why not? Let's have a look. Yeah, I don't know what you're on about, John. DM me it or something. There's yellow flag in sector 3, just someone going to the pits. Okay. 2. Another driver coming into the pits. Doesn't look to be anyone's on track except Cold Steel, who's just gone to a lap, currently 2 tenths quicker in the first sector as he spins round at the exit of the S's. I thought there was a wobble as he's retired, he's given up. As he looks to be, Slayer actually hasn't set a lap yet. That's a bit worrying as for the championship leader. Oh, speaking of Slayer, he's just come out on track. I just want to see what Slayer can do. Come on, Slayer. Go around, get a lap. You've got about a minute and a half. As we come through second last corner to begin his first flying lap of the day. We'll ride on board so you can get a look at the track. As up the steep climb to turn 1, a completely blind corner, but also brilliant for overtaking. Provides a brilliant first lap, and you come steeply down the hill into the fast S's. Go left, right, left, and a really long right, which you don't know when it will ever end. Into a blind left over a crest, and an uphill to a right, and then another left which comes suddenly onto you, and then down the hill once again. Turned through turn 11, which is flat out, into turn 12, heavy on the brakes. You can overtake there on the first lap, but and if you get a good run up the S's, but then down a very long straight, one of the most DRS trained straights of the season, all the way down to turn 13. Hard on the brakes, a bit of an awkward corner as the exit does tighten up on you into one of a very awkward section, but also quite a satisfying section as into a corner which is a pain in the arse to get the exit right. As you can see, Slayer fighting the wheel, and through the Turkey turn 8 clone, which goes anti-clockwise and doesn't have a camber, unlike Turkey turn 8. As into the second last corner, super fast corner, you've got to be careful of the track limits. Into the last corner, you want to try and cut it, but he didn't there. He has a different line. So off to the line, puts it in 6th position with a 1:30.9. Let's see what Anazos can do. He's coming through the turn 8 clone, through the second last corner, almost invalidating his lap there, through the last corner, and his lap is going to put him on pole position then with a 1:29.698. That's a blistering that time from the Mercedes driver there. Let's put him on pole position. Let's see what Kramer can do then. A 1:30.2, but that's not quite enough to claim second, as Corey's just gone fourth with a 1:35. Both Red Bulls pretty balanced on pace. As Takuna surprisingly in 5th with a 1:35. See what Sarge can do. He's invalidated his lap, so he won't be improving today. Nexan also invalidating his lap. So this looks to be your starting grid for today's race. Slayer's been pushed down to 8th by Sarge. A relatively calm qualifying session. No lap from Atmos, unfortunately, who was disqualified early in the session. I'm not sure why. I'll have to have a look to see why. Oh, let's see, I have a wheel issue. Anyone with a Fanatec CSL Elite F1, do you have sometimes this in the game? This today has happened in every race. Gives us an issue with his wheel then, that's unfortunate. Hopefully he can recover. Hopefully he can recover in the race, which will start in the next minute or two. Anyway, here's your pole sitter Nazareth. He's going to be wanting to win this week after a disappointing result last week in Japan. Didn't get a good strategy on the safety car, and then as he was fighting through the pack to once again regain the lead, he could have well have done so. He made a mistake behind Slayer, spun off, hit the wall, and ended up down in 6th or something. So, an unfortunate result last week, but he's come back swinging, hoping he can reclaim his form and get back to the top step of the podium. But the 4 drivers behind him, actually, to be honest, even 5, 6 drivers, most of the grid, potentially until it's about 6th place, could potentially spoil his day. Like anyone in the 130s could potentially, anyone can. I mean, if the race is wet, Mark Ainley, a very, very fast wet driver. We saw in Silverstone he was quite quick. Out of the track, oh for God's sake, you're still you're not here for about 3-4 weeks. You come back and you're instantly complaining about people going out of the track. As we prepare for the start of the race, we'll go through the formation lap first, and then the race will start. It's America, it's a democracy. Oh God, you sound like a Karen. Let me just throw up there. Please say the lobby isn't glitched. Come on. Ah, don't glitch. Please. Okay, it's not. Good. As we start the formation lap. Will be relatively slow lap. Who's that? Karen has entered the channel. Please fuck off then. If you're a Karen here, then fuck off. If you know what Karen is. Yeah, that was a hard bit to watch. Anyway, there's your predicted pit stop strategy for today's race. A 1 stop from the soft to the hard, or a 2 stop from the soft to the medium tyre. Know your rights. Fuck your rights, mate. I'm more of a left kind of guy. I'm left-handed, so for writing and stuff. So I'm more of a know your lefts. So get on my level. So we have 28 laps ahead of us. A very competitive grid. Some really nice conditions for a race. And still a chance for anyone to clinch the title. It's all looking very close. About 3 people in contention. but it's most likely going to be like the Mercedes of Nazareth or the McLaren back here in 8th of Slayer, as they prepare to line up for the start of the hotly anticipated United States Grand Prix. I'm your commentator once again, Ajax Reloaded, if you're just joining. Oh, but speaking of just joining, hello Briggsy. Just getting ready for the race. Wait for the lights to come on then. Lights are coming on now then, as we prepare for the start of the United States Grand Prix. It's a relatively normal lights out, as Tiger Val appears to have got a much better start than Briggsy, as he goes down, no not Briggsy, Nazareth, he goes down the inside at turn 1 and takes the lead of the GP. There's a McLaren there, Lee losing the back end, and a massive off for the Red Bull of Corey, who's gone off the track. Did he hit the wall? I'm not quite sure. All I saw was a Red Bull flying off the track at incredibly high speed, and that's the safety car deployed immediately after about 30 seconds of racing. And here's the Red Bull of Corey. He definitely hit the wall. He's lost his entire front wing. Lucky to still be in the race, but a terrible start for Corey, but a brilliant start from Tiger Val. Tintin for the win. I don't know who he is, but last time I checked there isn't anyone called Tintin in this race. Look at the position change again. Lou Ferranda's got a relatively good start. Mark Canely with a very good start, making up 4 positions. Same for Infamous, who made up 3, and Atmos, who has made up 2. As Corbett, the worst starter of them all, Corey down in, who has gone from 4th all the way down to 16th. Tiger Val, oh okay, fair enough. I didn't know he was called that, so it's one of those things. But Tiger Val, he's currently in the lead. So probably one of the first times he's actually overtaken Nazareth and taken the lead, so he must be very happy. I'm very happy for him. It's good to see him up in the lead. Let's hope he can capitalise and win the race. That's it. Wait, oh no, wait, what did I do? What did I do? I got a new amp. I got us a new anthem. Oh no! I'll send you a link on IG. IFR. Me too. I think Tiger Val can actually win this. If he keeps it together, he can win. Nothing much to comment, so over under safety car, so if you're new around here, it's the perfect opportunity to talk to me. There's not much going on the track, so we can have a nice little conversation. So Tintin, so she's been another Tiger Val supporter. Here is Tiger Val in first, behind the safety car. Well, second then, because the safety car currently leading. But let's hope Corey can catch up to the back of the pack and resume his charge up the field. Alright, I'll watch that later, John. You didn't even read my messages. Little smelly man. Man didn't even read. Can you read that? Yep, so Corey has caught up with the pack. Shouldn't be too long of a safety car, hopefully only under it for another lap or so. But the first time I had a safety car on the first lap for, I think since Singapore, the last time we had one. I believe so. No, I cannot. Well, yeah, but you just air me, fam. I sent some earlier, you aired me. Like you got a reply, you know? I don't really know what you're saying there, Jacob. I'm not sure what language that is, but I don't speak it. If, you know what I mean. Through the S's. It is what it is. Well, reply to the messages, man. There's nothing going on here, so I can reply to them. How the hell's Corey got up to 13th? I think, yeah, these three must have pitted. Let's have a look, hang on. Yeah, I thought so. What's happened to Slayer down in 15? How's he managed to... Bruh, I'm watching in phone too. I don't know. All I got to say to that is bruh. But how the hell Slayer managed to get down here? Maybe he was the one who had contact at the start. It was hard to tell what was actually happening. Takes me a year to go onto Instagram. Well, it clearly took a year for the safety car to go in, but it is going in this lap and we can resume racing. See Tiger Val. It's up to him where he calls the shot to go full pelt. So let's see what he can do then. As there he is coming over the crest. Apologies. But let's see when he goes then. Not gone yet. Not gone yet. Not gone yet. Still not gone yet. He's going to leave it as late as he can. Okay, he's gone now. Let's see what Nazareth can do. Doesn't look to be too much. I think he knew when he was going to go, but couldn't do much because of it, as Sarge looks to be going down the inside of the Kunha at turn 1. It's going to be close, but backs out, but gets through anyways. The Kunha goes wide. He's also going to maybe concede the position to Marcani now, and does so just before the S's. So further back as the Williams of Nick Sand is looking rather close to the racing point of Infamous, who's also looking rather close to the Mercedes of Becco. Becco not having the best of safety car restarts. Infamous using his overtake, thinks of going for the move down the inside at turn 12, but doesn't do so. As on to the straight we go for the first time under full power. So further up here, will Sarge go for the move on Louis Ferrandez? I highly doubt so. Into the corner goes, Louis Ferrandez locks up, nothing much happening there. So further back as only Stelio Ventino goes wide. Slayer tries to cut in, but can't quite do so. 11 and 12, not 12 and 13. As he goes very wide out of turn 13, and that's going to allow Slayer to go past. Maybe there's a big issue as Corey's gone down the inside. That's a really, really good move from the Red Bull driver there, showing exactly why he won the race last week. As if there are any doubters anyway. There's only a tenth separating Infamous and Becco as he goes down the inside of Becco. Got very close and he had to back out in the end on that one. As Nixon is also going to try and go around the outside of turn 1. That's really hard to do. He's trying to hold on there, trying to use his soft compound tyres as much as he can and take advantage of the extra pace, but couldn't quite go around the outside there. As we move through the S's once again. Only the second time under racing conditions, but Nazareth is keeping on the tail of Tiger Val, as we can see here. Keeping very close to him. I'm not sure if DRS is enabled. Not quite yet, but he's in the slipstream of the Haas driver. He's not using overtake, but I don't think we'll see a move. And we do not, as we go through turn 12 on our way to turn 13. Further back, not too many moves happening behind us, but Nazareth right on the back of Tiger Val, showing exactly why he's a back-to-back race winner. Through the Turkey turn 8 rip off we go. We'll not want to try and follow in the slipstream for that corner, just adds to the dirty air, makes it a pain in the arse to go through. Through the last corner we go. DRS should theoretically be enabled this lap, and is so, as you can see in the bottom left there, as this is a proper fight for the lead, as Corey has left the session. I'm not quite sure why. Maybe he lagged out, but that's going to make him drop down. He's dropped down to 15th now as the AI controls him. I can't tell if he's lagged out. I'll ask him in the moment after we've got on board with this battle, as Tiger Val does a huge corner cut there. Surprised he hasn't got a penalty, but that has given him a bit of time there, but I doubt he'll get a penalty because Nazis is looking like the quicker driver currently. As we come through the downhill, through turn 10 into turn 11, actually, no, as though he's joined back then, so maybe he did actually lag out. He should just be able to take control of his Red Bull again. As Cold Steel is his first driver of the day, he gets a penalty, as here comes Nazareth and takes the lead of the USGP using DRS to his advantage. As I'm not sure what happened there, that was probably just a bit of lag, but here's your new race leader Nazareth retaking the lead. As further back, a little bit of a battle between Stay Juventino and Bro Louis Gaming. Bro Louis Gaming goes down the inside of Stay Juventino at turn 12 and moves himself up into 13th place. There's no gaps I'm currently working with, so it's currently just guesswork. There's a huge queue here between Becco, Infamous, Nixan, Slayer and Atmos as well getting involved. I wonder when the deltas will come up, because currently we're not really working with them at all. And again, they're coming up now as they're crossing the line. And that'll make it a lot easier. It's a very deep line from Slayer there. We lost a bit of time. It's going down the straight we go. Will we see Infamous go from move before turn 1? No, the straight just isn't quite long enough for him to do so. Further back, the gap's still relatively normal, as 7 people are watching. If you're new here or if you're just watching and streaming Joan, be sure to leave a like, and if you're not subscribed already, then be sure to do so. Help me on the way to 200 subscribers. It always helps a lot, and all your support is always appreciated. Let's go Louis. Yeah, he's in 4th. He's doing really well actually. I mean, it's surprising to see him up there. As further back, you can see a little bit of a tussle between the Williams and the Racing Point here, as the Racing Point of Infamous is in DRS range, as it appears to be up here. Yeah, these two are having a battle for second. That's a brilliant little scrap we've got going on here, as Tiger Val tries to go around the outside. What a move from the Red Bull driver as he pulls that off magnificently. That's a champion's move there from the Red Bull driver. And also we did slightly miss a battle, I believe, between Sarge and Mark Henley, as Mark Henley has taken 5th place from Sarge, but we were so caught up with the move from Kramer, so we couldn't quite hop on board with it. This man needs the likes equals feed family. Yes, if you leave a like, then I can feed my family, even though I can't be monetized yet because I don't have 1,000 subscribers. But we move, you know, as Sarge breaks very late into turn 1 and goes wide, nearly loses the back end. You can see how much you have to catch the steering there. That's going to give Takun her 6th place. Through the S's we go once again for the 8th time of asking. Russell crashed out. Yeah, I know, I saw it was Bottas's fault. He moved over on him and an absolute bloody idiot. I watched the race live, Terry. I know exactly what happened. And I've been crying ever since. Yow. Fair enough. He's in the DRS, comes to Kunna on Mark Haley. Will he go for the move? Decides to back out as Infamous SMG has got past Becco. That's very odd from... It's a very odd way to try and overtake Infamous back. Nothing wrong for, on Infamous's half. Becco decides to brake really late and use the runoff. Oh no, I'm just rubbing it in. You don't need to rub it in. It's been rubbed in enough already. It's very upsetting. I've been crying ever since. At least we know that Williams has got pace. Hey, I thought you'd be streaming as the pit window's now open for people on the one stop to go to medium tyres. Obviously strategy would have changed slightly due to the safety car on the first lap. But Mark Haney's now going to be chasing after Lufo. It's good to see Mark Haney up in the mix. Haven't seen much. He's been relatively quiet these past few races, but it's really good to see him up here on the higher ups with the elites of the league. It is, well, it is what it is. Shut up! Russell didn't deserve what happened to him. And like you said, I guarantee if it wasn't over 9th, and if it wasn't Russell, then Bottas would have just let him past. But it is what it, like you say, it is what it is. I'm going to have another minstrel. So yeah, there's a big lock up from Luke Ferrandis there. The other one. Kimi didn't get points, he got a 30-second penalty. He did get points, he had them, and then he got a 30-second penalty for a rolling start infringement. So he's out the points now, so... Yeah, I'll rub that one in. As Beto gets a 3-second time penalty and I drop my phone. Because here come the pit. Yeah, wait, what? Yeah, did you not see? It wasn't that long ago. It was, I think it was only just before I started commentating. They gave him the penalties. And hello, Ben. You finally made it 10 laps late. And that makes it all important question: who's going to do the highlights this week? Because I don't know. I mean, I can do them if you want. Atmos 12th, oh no, yeah, he's not had a great, but to be fair, he's come from the back, so not too bad. Hello, fellow G's, never fucking say that again. That was the worst thing you've ever said as far as I'm concerned. As Mark Haney doesn't do the worst thing ever, and claims 5th place from the racing point, but Louis tries to fight it back, both of them scrapping away. Mark Haney gets a nice move down the inside. Why did they do this to my team? Well, why did your team violate the blooming rolling start procedure? The only reason he got the penalty is because he broke the rule of a rolling start. I'm filming my death this week, so I'm pretty busy, unfortunately. Alright, let me know how your death goes. I hope it's a pleasurable death, and if you could send me an invite to the funeral, that'd be great. I'm filming my death. So this isn't the Logan Paul channel. Blame Ferrari. My dad kept making jokes about the Ferrari being partly owned by the mafia. He kept saying every time when the clerk crashed, the clerk was going to get shot with like the wheel gun had a bullet in. Also, I mean, as Luke kind of stops for a fresh set of hard tyres, he's going to go for the one-stop strategy in today's race. Yeah, bruv. Yes, drop me an invite to the funeral. I'll bring along some banging tunes and some alcohol. That's yeah. Don't turn down an invite to your funeral. Free alcohol. You don't turn that. You don't turn it down. I've just chopped tomato sauce now as well. What's next? My old fucking brain. What's left of it? Plays Death Cop in me. That's a meme from like 2020. We don't talk about that anymore. Let's have a look up here then. Nice little 4-car battles. Corey just got ahead of Atmos for 9th place. Pretty simple move down the inside bar. Looks good. There's a big train of 4 cars. I picked up some tomato sauce. All is well. For points, I mean, well, it is what it is, isn't it? Like John said, it is what it is. Can't do much about it, as Nazareth has pitted. What's he going to go onto his side-by-side into the pit lane back there, as the gunner gets the penalty. Nazareth's going onto the medium tyre then. That's an ambitious strategy. Will he be able to take them? How many laps is that? 16 odd laps? It's going to be a bit tight at the first corner. Atmos really going to the back of next sandbar. Looks as though who hasn't stopped yet. You've got the amount of people who stopped on the left hand side of the screen. Most of the top 6 except Corey haven't stopped yet. As Takunda picks up a penalty, it's a yellow flag further back. I think there's been an incident between Sarge and Becco, but didn't look to have been too bad. As it looked to get, as Atmos has got ahead, no, as Nazareth's got ahead of Atmos, is now going for the move on Nixon. He's on a charge, Nazareth here, as he's now behind his main rival currently. Not in terms of points, but in terms of pace. Corey 44. So it'd be good to see a nice battle between these two. To be honest though, Corey is on old tyres. Older tyres, his tyres are 9 laps older, so can't see Corey winning out this one. You can even see his tyres just not there, unfortunately. Through the second last corner we go, and he's 3/10 back here as Corey just picked up a penalty, so he's definitely struggling. And look how much Nazareth has gained already. He uses DRS on the main straight and overtake. He's disabled it using DRS to go through. Corey goes defensive. Into turn 1 we go. Nothing too much yet. Nazareth tries to switch back. A little bit of contact. There won't be any damage. As Tiger Valve pits. Not the best time to pit. He should have probably done it a little bit earlier. So it's an unfortunate strategy call for the house driver. But it's now all about the battle up front. There's Infamous. I wonder why Infamous SMG hasn't stopped yet. There's 3 cars that still haven't stopped. So we're all on very ambitious strategies. We've got very close there. Now there's a bit of overtake enabled onto the straight. This should be an easy overtake. I mean, look at the extra straight line speed already. It's down the straight we go. Yeah, he's already passed him before the camera even caught up. But does Corey fight back? No, he can't from back there. As Pro Luba Gaming also getting ahead of Nick Sand for 5th. Tiger Valve picking up a penalty. As Mark Canley, a little bit of a tussle back here. Tiger Valve going to Baz. Down the inside goes Louis Ferrandez on Atmos. That's a late lunge and a brilliant move from the Racing Point driver. He's pulled ahead of Atmos. Atmos tries to fight back. Cold Steel, sorry. But can't quite do it. Atmos is up in 4th. Why am I calling him Atmos? Slayer goes down the inside of Cold Steel. Nice little battle between all the drivers there. Nazareth sets a new fastest lap of the race. A 1:34. As Louis Fernandez is the lock-up king and locks up once again, but Tiger Valve, look how close he is to Mark Haney. As Mark Haney goes down the inside of Stay Juventino. That's a ambitious move. I believe there was a bit of contact between Tiger Val and Stay Juventino as Tiger Val goes around the outside of Mark Haney at turn 2. And that's him up into 8th place. Some really good passes by Tiger Val today, who's on the recovery drive. Look further back to Kunha, unfortunately fallen down to 14th. That's unfortunate for him. But hopefully he can recover. As big contact there. Hopefully Cunha doesn't have any damage, just down the inside at turn 11 he goes. Don't see this one too often. Still side by side out the corner. It's hard to pull off the move there. Can't still appear to have got the better exit. That's going to give Beko a very good chance to get involved, and he does so. And that's 13th for Cunha and 14th for Beko for the end of the straight. Cold Steel once again, unfortunately, near the back of the grid. Let's look further up ahead. Marcani now on a mission to get Tiger Val. John, how do you feel about your hero Verstappen winning the race? He's not my hero, but honestly, fair play to him. Honestly, it was a solid drive from him. I do think the move into turn 1 was a little... His defence was a bit weird. I think if there wasn't sausage curves there and there wasn't that tarmac runoff, and this was back in like the noughties, then there would have been a penalty. But a really good drive from him. It's going to be a really good battle over the season. Although it's honestly just nice to watch. What a recovery from Hamilton and a good podium for Norris. It was a fucking amazing race. I'm glad I watched it live. As Corey's just picked up another penalty. But honestly, fair play to Verstappen. Look how close Louis Fernandez is getting to Valentino. Valentino in the AlphaTauri here appears to be significantly struggling. Down the straight we go, using DRS. He should easily pass him here as he pulls alongside. Into turn 12 we go, and that's 9th for Louis Fernandez. I finally did something that USA couldn't complete. Good man. I was totally disappointed watching Leclerc miss the podium. Yeah, no, it will come. I think he'll definitely get a podium. Just that McLaren's been looking rapid all weekend, to be fair. So, as Slayer's trying to go round the outside of the Turkey turn 8 clone. If he pulls this off, that is might even rival the move from Cunha. In fact, you know what? He has done it, and you know what? That's even better than the move from Cunha. What a brilliant move from Slayer round the Turkey turn 8 clone. As John here has invaded Vietnam. Good man. Well, the US did invade Vietnam. He just didn't do a very good job of it. So I laughed when the team orders happened. What with McLaren? I didn't really care about it, to be honest. I mean, it made sense because Ricardo wasn't too quick and Norris has been rapid all weekend. Further up ahead, Tiger Val's fallen behind Atmos and Louis, so maybe there was a mistake early in the lap. I did their unfinished business. Fair enough. That's as Broly Gaming is going to try and go down the inside of Atmos, though, but goes wide, and that's going to give the position back to Atmos as Tiger Val tries to go round the outside of Atmos. That's so tight between them both. As here comes Broly Gaming round the outside. Can't quite pull it off, but look how close it is between all these three. So a brilliant battle. It made sense, but I always thought it would be the other way around. Well, no, Ricardo's got to get used to the car. It took Ricardo a while to get used to the Renault, so once he's got used to it, it'll be a brilliant rivalry. It's very close between Slayer and Louis Fernandez as he goes to the outside of turn 1. What a horrendous camera angle. He's still there though, but can't quite pull off the move. Thank you F1 for giving me the shittest camera angle in the world once again. It was looking very close between Beko and Sarge there. Beko less than a tenth behind him for a little while. Felt bad for Seb, I think everyone does. Just nothing went right for him. Doesn't help when the Aston shit as well. through turn 12 we go. My PS4s are currently louder than the bloody Clapton Air show, so it's always good to hear. Down straight we go, Infamous with DRS to the inside of Stadio Ventino, and he takes 10th place, so double points finish currently. F1, you're welcome. Wrong yaw. It gives me the perfect, like, if I could use GIFs, I would use the GIF of that yaw with the star and the guy blowing up a car behind him or something. I don't know what it was like, but you know what I'm on about. Because he spammed it in the server for ages. Bruh, PS4 is louder than the bloody Big Bang. Yeah, it is. Like, there's a reason I'm glad I moved to the Xbox. It's so quiet. So, yeah. Go on, Alfa Romeo battle here. Haven't had this in a very long time. Doesn't happen in a while, as Becco has pitted for a fresh set of tyres. But look how close it is between these two. As I have a tremendous yawn. It's turn 11, only a temp separating them. Probably a DRS move coming up. Seen plenty of them this race. Bro, did I miss something? Why am I at the bottom now? He just went into the pit lane. He just pitted for new tyres. As Broly Gaming is now it's now been overtaken by Mark Canely. Mark Canely has a massive lock-up. Yeah, you didn't miss much. He went into the pits, so that's why he's running to the back. Oh, I see. Yeah. Well, you clearly can't see that well if you missed that. Should have gone to Specsavers. And the infamous SMG down the inside of Louis Ferrandis. That was a brilliant move. I think he did what Slayer did as well, round the outside of the Turkey turn 8 clone. But if he did so, a brilliant move from him. Tom's still pitting again. Not sure why, but yeah. Kramer's picked up a penalty, up in second place. They're struggling to keep up with the pace of the soft tyres. Here goes Corey. God, it got close between them there. Because they're barely leaving the room. As down the inside goes Corey at the turn 11. Right-hander. But onto the straight we go. Corey, interestingly, not using his DRS. Or maybe both drivers just didn't get it. That's an odd one. So now Corey's going to be chasing down Louis Ferrandis and then Infamous. And Slayer just ahead. He's starting to get very close to Louis. As you can see, they're really running to the back of the Alfa Romeo driver. Alfa Romeo having a really good race this week, especially after their last driver crashing last week. I don't know, I think Mark Haney did alright last week, but been a really good turnout for Alfa Romeo so far. As the grid is looking really close, and even closer here, as Infamous is going for the move on Slayer. Down the inside he goes, another horrendous camera angle. He's still there. Infamous veers away just to try and avoid Slayer, losing a bit of the back end, but Slayer defends brilliantly and manages to hold 6th. And further up ahead, Sarge has just gone round the outside and is finally ahead of Stadio Ventino. Couldn't quite catch the move, but I'm sure you've worked out what he did. Just look how close it is here. Slayer's going to be praying for that DRS though to come as soon as it can. As Infamous tries to go for the move, tries to pull the switch back. Nearly does it actually. He did get a bit of a better exit. And now it's just a drag race. Slayer has no battery at all. Oh, it's going to be tight here. Will Infamous go for the move on Bro Louis Gaming? He thinks about it. Louis leaves the room, but he's now ahead of Slayer and up into 6th. It's a really good race for the Racing Point driver on debut. He tries to move around the outside of Louis, tries to switch back, gets a really good exit. Does he go for the move around the outside of the turn 8? He's trying to, but can't quite do it. He's going to have to wait a little bit longer before he can overtake Louis for 5th. Second has picked up another time penalty. Up the hill we go, not close enough. Louis put that with a time penalty, must have cut turn 1. Yeah, I did, I just looked on the he did. I just looked on my YouTube preview screen, which has a bit of a delay. And he did. Oh, I think there was contact there between Louis and Infamous. Nearly spinning Louis out by the looks of it. We'll carry on with the battle. Slayer also in the background. Corey also in the background. Loads of drivers eagerly awaiting that 5th place. Slayer's going to want it for the championship. Infamous is just going to want it just because, well, it's points, isn't it? As to the outside he goes, will probably beat it, and well, it was nearly ahead, but Louis fights back really nicely actually and manages to hold 5th, but down the inside goes Infamous, forces the Alfa Romeo wide and gets that moved up. But here comes Corey down the inside of Slayer. That's a really nice move, a bit of contact, but still nonetheless a very nice move from the Red Bull driver. Both Red Bulls today making some brilliant moves up the field. Hello from Bulgaria. Hello, man from Bulgaria. How is Bulgaria? As that's a very wide line from Corey there, who just concedes 6th place. But how is Bulgaria? I've never been there myself, so I'm not really sure what it'll be like. Last time I heard about it was the England versus Bulgaria game. That was a year ago, so I don't really know what it's like there. That car's very close. Down the hill we go once again. Nothing much happening there. Show from Sweden. Hello. Whoa, that's a very tight between both drivers, contact between Slayer and Corey. This was an Everton. Oh, that's a massive pile up there as Bro Louis Gaming's been spun round. He was in the middle of a bacon sandwich there, and was the bacon in that instance. Up ahead, is still scrapping away up here as Degunda goes round the outside of Luis Fernandez. But it's so hard to commentate what was happening there. It was a complete chaos. Luis Fernandez back through. There was a legal overtaking. That's going to be Slayer around as well, and it is so. And that's a bit of his front wing flying off as well, and that's him falling down to 13th. He's going to have to pit for a new front wing. Now look, both end plates gone. But that'll probably be a penalty for Louis. Infamous has made it up to 4th now. He's on an absolute charge. Briggsy, you've got some competition for your reserve driver here. Look how fast he's going. We might have some driver transfers then soon. See what we can do. Steve Ventino's picked up a time penalty for track limits. Look how close it is here as Degunda tries to go around the outside of Sarge, can't quite do so. I'm surprised you haven't actually had a retirement this race. Only had that one safety car at the start, which was, well, I'm not really sure why we had that. To be honest, it wasn't like I mean, Corey clearly didn't retire. He's up in 6th now, so. Sarge just picked up a penalty. Got 4 laps left, and everyone on track has a penalty. Well, look at that penalty. Takuna managing to get 14 seconds worth of penalties, but that's nothing compared to Becco's 22 seconds worth of penalties he has now. Dear Lord, man, what track has he been driving? Because he's clearly not bloody Kota. He must have been driving Silverstone or something, I don't know. Bloody mentalist. Ben, are we gonna film your thing you wanted this week? Because I'm free most days after school, so I can do it. Looking quite close between Sarge and Louis here. Louis locks up again. To be fair, it's pretty standard at this point. Looks like we're going to get a relatively expected podium of just Nazareth, Kramer and Tiger Bell. Kramer and Nazareth had really good recovery drives this week, so was Tiger Bell, to be honest. Both of them didn't have the best of races last week. To see them all up in the top 3 is really good to see. But it's all calmed down a bit now. So here comes Sarge on Louis Ferrandis, tries to lunge it round the outside, manages to get the car slowed down but couldn't hold it. That's through the flat kink of turn 2. As Louis sets a new fastest lap of 1:33.8. Really good. Some really good racing from all drivers today. Bit of controversy. I'm not really sure what happened with the Red Bull at the start. I'll go back and have a look for all you wonderful viewers. Have a look, yeah. I'm gutted I missed the race. Yeah, it's been a really good race. And again, you did race around here in F2 and you won the title here, so I wouldn't say it's too bad you missing it, eh? I'm having a look at the replay, what happened at turn 1 now. I don't actually think... I don't know. Yeah, I think Corey just dropped it himself. I'm looking now, there doesn't seem to be any form of contact between him and Kramer, who was side by side with him. No one's gone up the back. I believe, yeah, Slayer was the one in the McLaren that got tapped. Yep, there was no contact at all. But what happened to Slayer, who fell down the pack? That was epic. I missed the F2, but F2 was really good. Shame it didn't do too well with views on here, but that last race in F2 was brilliant. Just the champion, you and Nazareth fighting it out, and then he unfortunately crashed. That was brilliant. I think if we do another Christmas friendly, we'll probably do something different. Might do, because I mean, yeah, brings it. You've seen the leaks of the 2012 Ferrari, so might do a classic championship of like some 2012 cars with DRS and stuff. I think that'd be brilliant. I thought it would be brilliant, that'd be epic, like you say. But Louis Ferrandis struggling on his hard tyres now. Tiger Bell, yes, he's up in 3rd at the moment. I would ride on board with him, but there isn't really too much happening with him. It's quite the gap from him to second, and quite a big gap behind from showing. Well, there's nothing really to show, mate, but sure, there you go, here he is. He's not, nothing too much going on, just sitting in third. No, I want to go back on board with the battle, because that's what we're going to be focusing on. I'm not going to focus on someone where not really much is happening with him. If Tiger Val was racing someone, then I'm sure he'd be being shown. But at the moment, he's just sort of out. He's sort of nowhere. He's just sitting in third. Through this as we go. So nice little battle for 8th and the 7th here, if anything. Yeah, nice battle for 7th going on, which is always good to see. That's Corey has left the session again. Another issue for the Red Bull driver. He's now left the session twice. I'm not sure what happened, but is that him lagging out again, or just him having enough? I have to find out. We'll see if he rejoins. So, but that's unfortunate for Corey, who was sitting quite high up. But I'm not sure what's going on with him. Shock Nazareth is gonna win. No moaning from him though. Yeah, that is very true. That is very true, yeah. Well, hopefully there isn't. You never know. I might find something to complain about. As, yeah, Corey being rinsed down now. I mean, look how slow he's going. I'm not sure what's happened with him. I think he's just lagged out. He's unreal, mate. I don't know how he's done it. Yeah, Nazareth is very quick. He's a pad player as well, so a pad OP. But yeah, he is really good. And to be fair, playing on PS4 controller without a wheel is hard. The triggers on PS4 are way harder to feel and press down on the ones on the Xbox. Yeah, I will admit the Xbox triggers do feel a lot nice. Whole controller does actually. Hopefully I'm close to him in 2021. Yeah, you will be. 2021. I don't think the handling model will change much. I mean, it's running on the same engine as this game, so I can't see it changing much. As here's your race winner, Nazareth, winning the American GP by almost 15 seconds. No, by exactly 15 seconds. A dominant display from the Mercedes driver, as Kramer comes home in second, followed by Tiger Val picking up a nice podium in third. Then Marcandi comes around the last corner to claim a very respectable 5th for Alfa Romeo, followed by Lou Ferrando, who's managed to keep those 3 cars behind him before the end, as that's Kunda going to the wall there, claiming a respectable 9th, but Lou Ferrando's in 6th, Sarge 7th, Louis moving up to 8th, Atmos moving up to 9th, Kunda down to 10th, but still in the points. Nixon only just missing out on the points by about a second, and Slayer rounds off in 12th after an unfortunate spin for him early on in the race. Stadia Ventino claiming 13th, Becco 14th, Cold Steel coming around the last corner, in fact no, drifting around the last corner to claim, I believe that was 15th, and Corey rounding off unfortunately in 16th. Congratulations to all the guys on the podium. Yeah, congratulations to all of them. Calm race with America though. Yeah, it was a really solid race. It was very solid. We got Mexico next week as well. Mexico should be a fun one. I'll get the highlights on. I'll try and get it done as soon as I can this week. Ben, I'll listen to your voice messages. Ben, do you want to hop in a call? Do a bit of Omegle or something, I don't mind. Or just be on call while you're editing your thing, I don't mind. Let me know if you want to hop on a call. Thanks to everyone for the turnout. today once again. There's your podium sitters. Oh, actually, oh, hang on. Tiger Val didn't make it onto the podium. I just realised there's a racing point there. Tiger Val didn't actually make it onto the podium, and instead, infamous SMG on debut has made it onto the podium. What I did not see that. I completely ignored it. I didn't even know it happened, but what a brilliant podium from infamous SMG, claiming third. And Tiger Val falling down to fourth, but still a good finish for him. That's mixed it up a bit. So, racing point on the podium then. And a brilliant race from infamous SMG. Yeah, we'll jump on the call around 10. Okay, cool. Anyway, that is going to bring them to today's stream. So yeah, that is going to bring them to today's stream. Thank you all again for turning up. Been a pleasure to commentate once again. And I'll see you all next week for the Mexican GP.